This is such a great time of year at Dollar Tree because they put out so many new items. I was excited to find these bead wreaths. Now these are definitely a new item. They come in 3 different versions. There's a natural wood one. They also have like this mid-tone stain and then a darker version. I'm gonna get the mid-tone wood color and I picked up 2 of these wreaths. And I'm also going to be getting at Lowe's some plywood. I just got a small board that I could use for this project because I wanted to make a tray. So I'm gonna start by putting my bead wreath down on my board and then I'll trace a circle around it. And I magically cut this out with my jigsaw. I wanted to stain it. Now I wanted to go with a darker stain for this board, so I picked one of my darker wood stains. I put on 1 coat of stain with a foam brush. I'm gonna wipe off the excess with a paper towel. Now after I did that, I realized this stain was not dark enough, so I actually came back in with another coat, let that sit on for just a minute or 2, and then wiped off the excess. If you wanted it darker, just go in with another coat of your stain. To construct my tray, you're going to need E6000 and 2 of these wood wreaths. I'm gonna put a layer of E6000 all around the edge of my tray, and then I will place down my first wreath. Then I added E6000 to each and every one of my beads and put my second wreath on top. Now there was 2 metal portions to where the bead wreath connected. I put those right next to each other. Then I had some faux leather twine and I'm just going to hot glue that onto those metal pieces and start wrapping it up just to cover up that metal, and then I'll add some hot glue to hold it in place. That just kind of finishes off the tray. And here's a look at how I styled my tray. Pinterest put out a list of their top projected trends for 2023, and they said mushrooms were definitely gonna be a popular item in home decor this year. So I wanted to do a project with mushrooms. I went to the thrift store, I found 2 glass bowls that were decorative, and then I also found 2 vases. Now the trick whenever you're picking up your vases is you want a vase that is smaller on the top and gets a little bit wider at the bottom. You can see I had 2 different variations to it, but they both are gonna work for this project. So the first thing you have to do is remove all of your stickers, and then I rinsed and cleaned these vases really well and made sure that they were nice and dry. Then I used some E6000 and I put it on the top portion of my vase. And then I'm gonna set my bowl on top. And then I repeated those steps for my other vase. Now you wanna let your E6000 sit overnight because it does take a while to set up. You could definitely paint these if you wanted. I love the look of them with the clear glass, and I'm gonna show you how I styled them in my home. I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this decor trend. I wanted to show you guys a really fun paint technique you could do with Dollar Tree items. So what you're going to need to pick up is a mini broom from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some kind of vase. Now my vase is from the thrift store and this thrifted vase looks great, but I was going for something a little bit different. So I wanted to paint it the colors that would work in my home. I wanted it to be a really dark green color. I didn't have a dark green color on hand, so I'm gonna mix the color Fern with a black paint color, and then that's gonna give me a really deep green color. And I'm just going to use a brush and paint 1 coat on the entire vase. Let that paint completely dry. Then when it has a chance to dry, you're gonna do our next paint technique with that mini broom that you picked up. So you need some kind of flat plate. You could use a paper plate or anything you have, and you're going to put a little bit of white acrylic paint onto your plate. Mix it with just a tiny bit of water. You want your paint to have kind of a really runny consistency. Now here's the fun part. You're going to take your brush and you're going to dab it into your paint. Then you're going to slowly paint and draw a line down your face. This is going to add a really fun textured effect. And the cool thing is you can add as much texture or as little as you want based on how much paint you add. So you can keep dipping it into the white paint and adding it to your vase. Now, once I got done doing this, I felt like it was a little much. I wanted to mute the colors a little bit, so I put some of that green and black paint on another plate. And then I just dipped my brush back into that paint, and I'm just going to put that on top. That's just going to mute down my texture a little bit. But this is personal preference. I love paint techniques like this because you can completely customize it to the look that you prefer. Let your vase dry completely, and I'll show you how I styled it in my home. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.